skill's not ready.
Looks like we got a civilian up here. Harvey the Drifter. Okay. There we go. Now we're fighting level 19 monsters. Now don't get me wrong, I want to go back there and kill that. Kill all those. All the baddies. I want to get the stuff. Kill all the bad mans. You broke my door! Oh noes! The Rotten Walkers are going to hear you. They're going to find little Walter and me. Wait, are you rotten? No, no. You couldn't find us if you were. They would never think to look here. A lot of dialogue options. You're from Burrwitch? Have you been out here the whole time? Yes, I knew they were coming, the rotted ones. I knew it. I tried to warn everyone, warn my family, but they all called me crazy. I wanted to save them all, but I just couldn't stay here. Don't you see? I had no choice. I had to hide. After the rotten ones killed everyone in town, everyone but little Walter, I came back. It's clever, don't you see? They're in the swamp, but you never to think to look in the town again. What can you tell me about the area? What? Harvey doesn't leave home much, except when the rotting ones come. When Harvey hides in the passage under the bridge, leads to the old hollow hill, but many dead there. Huh, a hidden passage. Thanks. That's presumably where we just were. Let's actually tell... Were you just talking to that doll before I walked in? What doll? Are you crazy? That's my son. Stop talking about him like that. Look at him. He's alive. No, better. He's perfect. Such smooth, perfect skin. Not like those rotted ones outside. Devil's Crossing is safe. I can take you there. No. No, I cannot go. Nowhere is safe but here. This is where we have to stay. Yes, yes, yes. I insist you must come with me for your own good. I can't let you ruin this. I won't let you take Walter away again. Oh, and then we have to kill him? What? Oh, man. I just killed an innocent civilian. I mean, not that that bothers me. I just... You know, anytime you play an RPG and there's always the potential for recruiting some person in your base, it's always like a faux pas to kill them. I mean, unless, of course, you're going for like an entire role-playing evil sociopath run or something. Which I've read numerous articles over the years. I don't even need to read the articles because pretty much already know once you play enough of these games that there's always the illusion of choice when it comes to morality in video games. Go back and play Fallout 3 or something close to Fallout 3. Go back and play it, but be completely evil. Kill civilians, just go into town and massacre everybody, or not. Just do the quest and then always choose like whatever the self-centered evil option is. And it never pays. It literally never pays. Oh, we got a devotion shrine up here. Nice. I'm serious. Look at the quest rewards. Look at the quest rewards for just your standard RPG. You usually get some, not usually, but you sometimes get a binary choice. Maybe you like save the person. Oh no, thieves took my stuff. They stole my purse. They stole my wallet. And then you go out there and you recover said purse or wallet. And then you usually get the option to either keep the money and betray the person or give them back the money, right? Almost always the quest rewards for giving back the money are going to be considerable versus just keeping the money. Usually you just get the whatever you took, and then maybe a little bit of an experience boost for completing the quest. Like it's some sort of like consolation gift Like, there you go, schmuck. Here's a couple hundred experience points. For once, I would really like a video game to actually give me, like an RPG to actually give me real choice when it came to quest options. Especially when it comes to morality systems. So again, here we go again. Wait, these are the same gloves before. What am I talking about? So we got a new pistol that's worse. Okay, so no upgrades. Oh, it's restored already. Right. Alright, well. Let's proceed onward. Although, you know, if I really wanted to, which I kind of really want to, that other optional cave is right over here. And it had that one awesome boss monster, I think was level 25. So why don't we do that? I'm going to make a little TP here. We're going to go back to town. The other thing I really wish I could do here is increase the size of the world map. Because there's, like I said, there's some times where you need to make that, like, emergency town portal back to town. And we're all the way up here in Burrwitch Village. And guess what? You know, besides having to click on a random rift gate, it takes me another click and drag just to come all the way down here to Devil's Crossing. And when you're in the thick of it, and you need to make, like, precise mouse movements, I don't want to be fucking around with the goddamn map. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I'm gonna sell all of you. So as far as these metals go, we don't need them. I'm also kind of curious to find out when I'm gonna get one of these runes. It wasn't that long in the game that we started getting access to the metals, so... Oh, okay, so we actually have 2 pairs. 56 health. And this one has resistances. I don't know. I'm not sure which one would be better. Fuck it. Just sell them. The pants, though, on the other hand, I'm not really
Iron well spent.
Convinced that I should go one way or the other. Just a little nonplussed about it.
Got something you need stashed?
So we'll just throw it in the stash here. So most of the stuff in my stash are items that I'm probably never going to equip, but they're there just in case. Otherwise, you know, most of the worthwhile gear that I'm kind of saving is I'm putting over here in the shared stash tab. Especially some of the epic gear that I'm definitely not going to be equipping because I don't want to lose it. Just because this character is 100% self-found doesn't mean my other characters that I'm going to play have to be 100% self-found.
Let's see what I can do here.
Yeah, let's not. So if we're going to go back to that cave, the flooded passage rift brings me in the cave, though, doesn't it? No. Yeah, it does. Okay. I think we should probably go back to the outskirts. If it's not here, we'll just backtrack. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. Besides, it'll just take me a second to actually chew my way through. I think we're going backwards. What the fuck? Come on, zoom out, please. There we are. There we go. I wonder if there's an actual shortcut, keyboard shortcut, that allows me to rotate the map where north is facing up. I wonder if there's a feature like that in this game. You know, I should almost think about finishing up our campaign playing Grim Dawn, even though there's multiple difficulties and stuff. Just play the shit out of it, get done with the campaign, and then move on to something else, because, you know, historically, May and November have been the times that the Diablo 2 servers get reset, the ladders. And don't you think for a second that I haven't forgotten about our holy crusades to find a cruel Colossus Blade of Quickness. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's probably a keeper. So I've noticed something about these rare offhands right here. They always seem to have Dreeg's Evil Eye. Why? Okay, so no upgrades there. A part of me kind of just wants to chill off of Diablo 2. Wait, am I going the right way? Am I being retarded here? No, okay, so... Wait, that is right. That's correct. Come on, piss off, damn you. It's almost ironic. The moment that I actually really want to backtrack to fight some optional cave monster, I have to trek back through all these like little orcish lands. And of course, like, it spawns like some of the bigger bosses. Which is okay. I mean, we get the drops, the experience and everything else, but it's just ironic that I want to do this fairly quickly and my efforts are being stymied.
Can't do that.
Getting close. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember these guys. There was this pair of bosses over here. Right. Shouldn't be a problem. Probably should back that ass up, though. Make sure we have... Look at that. We're getting some more epics. Anyways, I was trying to say that... Try to make sure that we have our grasping vines up and running, because those things do like to rush you. We got a new epic, Hellmaw Shotgun. I'm guessing Infernal Purge is probably a demolitionist's skill. Oh, I just want a gun upgrade, god damn it. Please. Almost there. I will have to say, it's going to suck that if I end up going over to this area and finding out that this seed that I'm currently playing in just didn't happen to spawn it. Actually, I'm not sure if this game runs off of seeds. Like I said this several streams ago, that I'm not sure like which elements of this game may in fact be randomly generated, because I think the map itself is static. I think just the elements within the map. I think, anyways. Don't quote me on that. Look at that. There's the cave. That's what I was talking about before. We're gonna go in there. I think I might actually be geared enough to do this. Although we are getting pretty close to hitting 23. I want to give this a shot. Because as you can tell, I've already been in here. Gutworm the Maneater. He's level 28. Okay, maybe he's a little strong for us still. But I want to give it a shot. But I want to get it where my armies get down in there. So I just had them
can't do that yet.
No, go up there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Go over here, fool. Get him. No, get out of there. So I'm not going to even touch this fool. I'm not going to attack him or anything. I'm just going to... Oh, there... Okay, so he just did some damage to me. You know what I should do? It's probably drop a rift gate here. So I find that using a Kentucky windage... Oh, a Kentucky windage approach to fighting this guy and grasping vines. Yeah, see, this guy is going to be a little unmanageable. I'm just waiting for him to, like, stun lock me and then completely devastate me. Still a little too hard, damn it. And shit, since I did the rift gate, it took away my one from up here. Grr. We're not far from our original starting position, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh yeah, anyways, about the Diablo 2, you know, one of the things that keeps me from really engaging into another conquest of the game, doing another series on it, is really just, quite frankly, I have played so many years of Diablo 2 that it's not that so much that I'm burnt out, it's that there are a lot of issues with the game still that have just never been resolved. And because there's been all kinds of information that is telling me that Diablo is very much interested in actually making a remaster or a reboot, or not a reboot, but I don't know if they're going to do what they did to StarCraft and just make an HD remaster where they do some more bug fixing and I think a little bit more optimization, I think. Or if they're going to actually go something a little bit more involved and really improve the game, maybe even including new content. Because there are a lot of little, like, TLC additions they can make to Diablo 2 that would absolutely make that game totally worthwhile. I mean, not to say that it isn't worthwhile now, I'm just... There are a lot of little things in that game that they could add, and I'm just curious to find out which way Blizzard's actually going to take with this. And that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Like, I know it's going to be happening sometime within the relative near future. If I really wanted to be realistic, which I'm trying to be, I want to say probably within the next year and a half, we could probably see something like an official release, not just news. But I'm very much interested to find out what happens with Blizzard first. And that's also the reason why I don't play some other games, like, say, Mountain Blade Warband. I really want to do a series on it. I really, really, really want to do a series on it, because I haven't really put too much time into that game, and that game's been out forever, and I know there's been people out there that have dumped thousands and thousands of hours into Mountain Blade Warband. You know, whereas I would just be basically coming in from a total newbie's perspective, and, you know, shenanigans ensue. Be really fun and funny campaign to have. But the thing that gets me from doing it is because, hey man, I drank that Kool-Aid and I'm definitely all aboard that gravy train waiting for Mountain Blade Warband 2. If it ever actually ends up happening. I know that seems to be the running joke, is to, instead of actually considering it a game that's in the works, that's actually being developed on, is to rather think of it more like vaporware. But not me, man. I know that they're going to do it at some point. So that's why I'm kind of holding out. Like, a part of me really wants to do a Mountain Blade Warband campaign, but another part of me wants to wait until the new game comes out. And I know it would be kind of a mistake, because the moment something like that comes out, it's going to be fucking huge. It's going to be really massive. Everybody's going to be playing it. It's going to be one of those games that's so heavily going to become saturated. And that's why I'm also really cautious. I'm saying to myself, well, like, look, man, if I'm really holding off for Mountain Blade Warband 2, and I already know that it's going to be hellaciously saturated, part of me thinks, you know what, maybe I should hold off on doing a Mount and Blade Warband 2 campaign and just do Mount and Blade Warband 1. Do a campaign on it instead. Apparently I was already in the cellar. Okay. Wait. Oh, there we are. I'm gonna say, what the hell? Can't I go back up? So where are we at in the actual world map? Okay, so we need to get up to the Burrwitch Estates. Which apparently we're already in because this is a restored shrine and it's already being advertised as such on the world map. So there we go. Unless of course that's the, is that the main boss? Is that like the campaign boss or the act boss? Well, whatever he is, God damn it, I'm kind of eating him alive here. To some extent. It's like Hulk bashing me. Get away from me, you bastard. Taking damage.
I can't do that yet.
Bullshit. Completely slaughtered my skeletons. So I'm pretty sure that's probably a good way of telling me, hey, we need to back that ass up a little bit and probably start working on our skeletons a little bit more because they are quickly becoming outclassed. So there is this one person in the official Grim Dawn forums, Dashiv, or as in the Shiv, produced a couple of really in-depth analysis builds for pet builds. And this person basically came to the conclusion and said that your skeletons are meant to die. They are going to die. And it's better that you actually have it in your head that your skeletons are completely expendable, that they're going to die, and that you will have to replace them, rather than it being, you know, something like, oh no, my skeletons are dying, what the hell? And then pumping a bunch of skill points or, you know, trying to prioritize gear that bumps up your pets' defense or their health or whatever, when, or even specifically the skeleton's health and defense, when you shouldn't be doing it. Your skeletons are meant to be glass cannons. A lot of monsters here. Warden Krieg's journal. Okay. Alrighty. Oop. So one thing I don't like about the inventory management system in this game is that it doesn't really differentiate certain things. Like the components take this 1x1 square, but the same as the rings and the amulets. So it becomes really tedious to separate out your rings and your amulets, unless of course you automatically know what to look for. It's a small thing, but it's like one of those like little, I feel like, quality of life features that should already be in the game. Polish. Polish, polish, polish with a capital P. And if you're a slightly dyslexic bastard like myself, you sometimes read it as Polish. You're like, what the hell does that mean? It needs a whole bunch of Polish. Polish what? Polish sausage? I don't get it. And then you read it and you're like, Oh, wait, that's polish. Duh. And then you feel like a moron. So we have uncovered the first, second, and third, and then we have the fourth one right here. I think what I'll do, just myself personally, is I'll go back and read all this stuff little later point in time. Because I don't want to completely just gloss over all of the lore of the game. I really want to like try to get at least bit immersed into it and have like somewhat of an idea of what's going on. Because even in games such as this, where there's really not, you know, you don't really play a game like Grim Dawn necessarily for its story, but like personally for me, I find myself if I'm playing a game like this and I don't know the reason why I'm playing it, like I just completely lost track of whatever the main goal was. There's some point where I started becoming extremely jaded. Wow, I leveled up from a lore page. That's pretty awesome. I keep recasting my skeletons for some reason. Just bad misclicking. We did gain that level. Oh, what do I want to do? God, I want Storm Totem so bad, and I want Blood Pact so bad, but there's so many skill points away. Like, for Christ's sake, if I want Blood Pack, it's 20 skill points. I could pump 5 skill points so I can get Oak Skin. Pierce resistance, 10% to all retaliation damage. Also, if we go up to 25, I can unlock entangling vines. Which basically just makes our grasping vines even better. Damn it, I don't know if that's what I want to do. Do I want to go with grasping vines or do I want to go with devouring swarm? The easiest answer is devouring swarm. Or, you know, I could see the case being made for both. I have seen most builds that use grasping vines usually only pump the 1 skill point into it. So this has dots. The 6 bleeding damage per second. Oh, it's so good. The reason why I don't go Devouring Swarm right now is because we don't have enough things that do enough vitality damage that I feel like makes it worth it for me right now. I mean, that little bit of resistance shred, or excuse me, vitality resistance shred is good, but it's just not optimal. It's not efficient right now. It's not efficient. That's why I don't want to do it. So even though I'm kind of getting a little squeamish at the idea of it, I think we're going to do 5 points into the Shaman Mastery, and I think I'm going to play conservatively here. I think we're going to do the 1 skill point into Oakskin. And no, I don't plan on actually pumping this up anymore, or at least right now. As far as Madrogan's Pact goes, I'm not really sure what the way I want to go with this. I really just wanted the 1 skill point into each so I can at least get all of the bonuses, get all the upgrades for it. I mean, it is a nice aura. I do have to say that it's probably worth my time to actually buff up one of those skills, if not all of them. Because, hey, you know, like, you see all like these little leaves and stuff? That's the Pact. That's the aura. So this one increases damage, health regeneration, energy regeneration. This one is poison duration. So it increases my poison duration and bleeding duration. So this goes with poison and bleed builds. And this over here gives us health regeneration, armor, pierce resistance, and the retaliation damage. It's basically like thorns. Like if you've ever played any kind of Diablo-like action RPG, almost every single game out there has an affix that's either called of thorns or it operates like thorns. Okay, nice. Since we just unlocked that, I'm actually going to take advantage of that. We're going to go back to town just to drop off stuff.
See anything you like?
You know, it'd be actually really cool if there was like another pet or a follower or something that you could actually have that worked like kind of like a pack mule. Or no, not like a pack mule. They followed you around. They were basically just a follower that operated like a merchant. So instead of you having to go back to town to sell stuff and put stuff in your stash and everything else, you could pretty much just keep yourself
good use.
always in action. Because think about that. Think about how far or how long you'd be out in the wilderness if you didn't have to come back down or come back to town to sell stuff.
I'll keep your stash safe.
And yes, I understand that I'm one of those people out there that just basically picks up a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have. I don't know why that's in there. It's all junk. Okay. Yeah, we'll just sell the rest of this.
It's safe with me. Promise.
See anything you like? Put it to good use.
You know, I think I'm going to take actually a quick break here. It's been about an hour. Also, the sun's coming up, so I got to turn the lights off and turn off the light next to my desk here. So, yeah. Maybe I'll get a little bit of brekkie. Need to put something in my stomach. So I'll be back in a few. Peace.